Good evening and welcome to Manning Field for what should be a very good game. Malden boys against the Classical boys. Both teams looking for their 11th win. Malden is 10-4-1. Classical is 10-2-5. And this is Classical's last game. And they're looking for a high seed, possibly a home game in the upcoming tournament. Both teams are tournament bound. Classical in their all green. I was kind of thrown for a loss when the Salem Classical football game. Classical was on the road. They were all white. I don't, obviously that's what they do, but I hadn't been used to Classical wearing all white. Malden will put it in play. Malden defeated English here, so they're looking for a sweep. And they're looking for a sweep here tonight because the Malden girls just defeated the English girls. Daniel Cortez is in net for Classical. Salim Tikin in net for Malden. Out off Malden. Jeremiah Smith is the head coach for Malden. Eric Moreno, I have to say Eric Moreno Jr. Him and his father, Eric Moreno Sr., coaching for the first time in high school. Obviously Eric Moreno here at Classical. His father has got Tech, and they're going to the state tournament as well. So the Moreno family doing a good job with the Lynn soccer teams. Bounce over a foot. Classical pops it up, and Classical can't keep it in. Way up in the air, looking for a header. Pena got it, knocked it to the middle. Molina, Orellana, knocked it to the far side and went out of play. Popped up and away by De Leon. I thought they may be not going to call that. Robles was at least a foot out of bounds. Novoa. I think Novoa was the leading scorer for Classical. Try to send Robles down the near side. Knocked it too far. Cross field taken away by Classical. Malden takes it back. Off a Classical foot. Off a Classical head. Robles pushes it ahead, and he gets squashed between two defenders. The ball went through to the goaltender, and Tekin knocked it away. Molina Orellana broken up. Malden takes it away. Sliding and knocking it out. That was almost a break for Malden. Out off Malden. That sliding play was by Zalea. He's had a very good year playing that center field position on defense for the Classical Rams. The free kick, they booted upfield, headed away. Classical controlling. They drop it deep. Malden gets there first and knocks it out of play. Classical will get the throw in down deep. In the middle, Ixlage knocks it back. Trying to knock it to the net. Malden knocks it away. Classical hits it straight up in the air to the middle. Ixlage blocked it, looking to get it back. Malden takes it away. Long lead pass. Kind of slowed down and died. Looked like it was going to go way out of bounds. And it just spun to a close. Malden will get the throw in. Knocked away by Zalea. They tried to knock it deep. They were trying to get it to Navoa. They broke it up. Now Classical breaks it up. Malden winds up with it. Pass deflected away. Robles hustles, gets it. Lara. Pass just broken up. Classical with a nice pick. Malden picks the pocket and takes it away. Back and forth we go. Malden breaks it up again. They just strip it away, and then they just throw Classical down. Rioma Yonatani just grabbed the Classical player from behind, just threw him to the ground like it was a wrestling match. Broken up. Robles, he gets broken up. Ixlage drops it back. De Leon. Ixlage in the middle. Knocks it deep down the far side. Classical trying to get there. The hustle, keep it in. Can't get the shot off. Now, again, trying to get around the defense. And it'll be a corner kick for Classical. Ixlage will take it. Knocked away by Malden. And kicked to the near side by Malden. Robles got a head on it and knocked it out. Ixlage was about to make that corner kick. Everybody started to move and he slipped. And that kind of broke the play up completely. Everybody was moving at the time he moved, and then he slipped. And everybody was a step behind. Taken away nicely. Pass over to Robles. Trying to throw it in front. Defense is there to knock it away. Headed by Classical to the far side. Tipped in the middle. Ixlage knocks it back. And Classical lost it out of play. Broken up by Classical. Robles knocks it ahead. A little bit behind. Navoa was facing the far side. The pass was behind him, and he had to turn, and it was too late for him to get the pass. Off Ixlage. Malden knocking it deep. Broken up by Pena. All the way back the other side. Navoa couldn't control it. Ixlage. All the way back to Alabasi. Now kick away. Malden knocks it loose. Classical comes up with it. Malden takes it away. Classical tips it away. Pop to the near side. Robles couldn't control it. Slipped. Couldn't go get it. Broken up nicely by Pena. Shot gets deflected wide of the net. Cortez will come out, grab it, he'll kick it away. 10 minutes into the scoreless first half. Big one in the conference. Both teams would like to have 11 wins for tournament time. Molina Orlana has it knocked out by Malden. Haskell tips it to the middle, deflects to Malden. They lost it. Ixlage took it away. Trying to make a move. Malara had it taken away. Now Robles trying to make a move. Nice move to the middle. Headed away by the defense of Malden and knocked further back near midfield. Alabasi knocks it up. Malden will let it go out of play. And we got a substitution, I think, for Malden. Very cold night, very wacky day. If you're out and about around 11, 12 o'clock, it was pouring rain. Come here for the first game at 3 o'clock. I got home at like 2. It was raining. I was coming for the game at 2 o'clock. It was cold, but the rain stopped. Just before the first game, St. Mary's Girls, the sun came out very bright, extremely bright. It was still cold, but it was very bright. Navoa, that kick over his shoulder, got it out in front of the net, and Teakin grabbed it and kicks it away. Just as the St. Mary's Girls game started at 4:15, big, heavy, dark clouds. It got very dark here at Manning Field, and the rain came, and it rained extremely hard for about 5 minutes. And then all of a sudden it stopped. The sun came out very strong, stayed out for a while, and then it kept popping in and out. It got dark, overcast. They finally turned the lights on so everybody could see. And it hasn't rained since. It still got very bitterly cold. Robles got a foot on it, and Robles wound up intertwined with a Malden player and wound up with a trip. And it was Io Beatrich Mohammed. Long lead pass. Skips by everybody. Teakin comes out, gets it. He'll boot it away. Nope, now he's going to throw it away. Hustling over is Zalea kicking it away, making sure they don't break in. 15 minutes in to this Malden Classical Northeastern Conference battle. Still no score. Neither goalie's really had to have a big-time save. Out off Malden. Malden keeps it in the classical end. Broken up nicely. This little tip away by Malara. Robles coming down. Robles gets leveled. He's looking at the official saying, "What about the call? You called it on me." He got tripped, knocked down, didn't get a call. He just was on his knees looking at the official saying, "How come?" Classical knocks it deep. And Malden knocks it out. Navoa tried to get a head on it and knocked it by the defender. But it got knocked out by Malden. They try to go down deep, and they threw it behind Navoa. Malden broke it up, and it gets deflected off Classical into the Classical bench area. Navoa was checking from behind, and it caused the Malden player to knock it away. Navoa looking for it, tipped it, tried to tip it in the middle, and it got deflected away by Malden. Out, Classical will get the throw in. De Leon will take it. Robles pass broken up. Malden knocks it out of play. De Leon again will take the throw in. Robles had it, lost it. Malara took it away. Molina Orellana takes the shot. Nice try. Ripped that just inside the near post. Teakin made the save. That was an excellent bid by Kevin Molina Orellana. Few brave fans out here. It is bitterly cold. Some are wearing blankets. No more t-shirts and shorts. Unless you're Matt Chen on the camera. Going low, blocking it. Cortez off the nice shot from out around the 25-yard line. First legitimate shot on net by Malden. And not an easy save. They tip it to the near side. Robles with a rush. Lost it. Bodies go down. And they're going to call it on Robles. Robles is saying, every time I go down, you call it on me except once, and you didn't call anything. He doesn't take any prisoners. He's not out there. He's very aggressive. Working hard. He makes you pay. So we've just gone past the halfway mark of this first half. No score, Classical and Malden, and we're going to time out. Malden with the throw in. Classical heads it away. Getting around. Chipping it to the near side. Malden hustling to keep it in. And it goes out. And it went out off Malden. Off a Malden head. He just tipped it away from Robles. Ixlage knocked it deep all the way to the goaltender. Teakin boots it way up in the air. That don't want to get that high. We'll get rain again. Tipped away, just out of the reach of Robles. Now Ixlage broke it up, gonna go get it, and he get knocked down. They don't call it on Robles, but they call it on. It was De Leon actually that got knocked down. Pena will take the kick, boots it deep by everybody. Nobody broke to the net, and Tyken was there all by himself, Teakin, and he boots it high in the air again. He gets headed back to the Classical end by Classical. Malden tips it up. They bang it off Malden. And then Malden trying to knock it to the middle. They banged it out off Classical. Off Zalea. And Malden will get a corner kick from the near side. Malden got a head on it and knocked it wide and out of play. Classical will kick it away. Malden controls again. Last couple of minutes, Malden's had it in the Classical end. They didn't get a shot off, but they've kept it in the Classical end. Classical will get the throw in. De Leon. And we got Robles gets a nice little push from Justin Minnie. Broken up. Navoa had it taken away. And now it slips right through Yonatani. in the middle. Ixlaj all the way across. Alabasi taken away by Malden. Klaskol knocks it down. Malara had it, lost it, had it taken away. Malden coming back the other way. Klaskol hasn't kept it in the Malden end for very long. Malden trying to walk in. Nice sliding play. Just slid, got a piece of it, and knocked it away. Robles cutting it to the middle. Slides it across too far for Novoa. And they're going to call Malden finally for taking Robles down. So a scoring opportunity for Klaskol inside the 15-yard line. They're moving that Malden picket fence back. Molina Orlana taking the kick. Klaskol cheering, they thought it went in. The fans, it just went over the crossbar. Just missed. He had to get it over the little picket fence in front very quickly and then get it down because he didn't have that much room inside the 15-yard line. And he didn't miss by much. It was dead center, but over the crossbar, top crossbar. Klaskol came that close to jumping on top. And Malden's going to take Klaskol down again. Klaskol will get another free quick. They play it very quickly. Robles tips it by, takes the shot. Good attempt by Robles. Good hard shot. Looking to go inside the near corner. Deacon just got a piece of it. DeLeon got it to Robles. He beat a defender. Good hard shot. But Deacon took it away. Nice poke check. Taken away. I think that was Malara. All the way back to DeLeon. Ixlaj ahead. From DeLeon, got the pass. Robles tried to give it back. Ixlaj gives it back to DeLeon. Robles with it. Playing catch with DeLeon. He stays in control. Trying to center it. Blocked. Robles took it away. They were lining up a shot and they couldn't get it off. They just flat out missed it. They tried to line it up. And it goes out off Malden. Substitution for Malden. And substitution for Klaskol as well. And he was running up to throw the ball in, and he dropped it and lost it out of bounds. Picked off nicely. DeLeon picked it off, and then a little behind the back action. That was going right by DeLeon, and he just reached back with his foot and saved it and kept it in play. Orlana slid, took it away, but then lost it. Ixlaz gets it ahead. Amaya had it. Malden knocked it away and knocked it out of play. DeLeon will take the throw in. And they threw it out of play. Still no score. And we've got 10 minutes and counting left in this first half. Big one for both teams. Both teams looking for win number 11. Glasgow only has 2 losses. They've got 5 ties. Couple of nice shifts, but they couldn't get the shot off. Down deep. Pushed out by Malden. Couldn't get around the defense. Trying to knock around and go get it. And they lost it out of play. And Pena will kick it away. And the other side to DeLeon. Ahead, Ixlaz. Knocking it deep, looking for Novoa. Tracks it down, and he shanked it. He was going to try and kick it in the middle, out near the net, and just off the side of his foot, popped it way up in the air, out of play. And the ball boy's getting a workout. The ball went out at one end. Now he has to come down the other end and chase it all the way down behind the end zone. Deacon will finally get to kick it away. Lasko got a head on it, but deflected it the wrong way. Ixlaz kept it alive. Melina Orlana with it. Bounces it off Malden. Glasgow will get the throw in. And they're going to call Glasgow for knocking down Kevin Melina Orlana. Free kick will come from outside the 30-yard line. Pena will take it. Everybody will line up. Line drives it, skips by everybody. Malden clears it away. Glasgow keeps it alive. Couldn't get the shot off. Off Amaya. Glasgow keeping it alive. DeLeon deflected. Amaya couldn't get to it. Malden will look to take it the other way. Malara in the middle picked it off. His pass deflected. He gets it back. Sends it to Alabashi, who knocks it deep. Malden breaks it up. It's tipped. Glasgow trying to walk in. Bodies go down. No call. Classical player is still down. He's getting back up. I think Navoa wanted a call and didn't get it. Malden bringing it back the other way. Make a lot of passes, but can't get a shot off. Classical tips it away. Deflected away. And now Classical kicks it deep. Navoa, if he picks that up right away, he's going to walk in. It deflected off his foot and he couldn't pick it up cleanly. That was an almost. He had the long pass. He picked the defender. He was waiting. He was hoping he was going to just tip it ahead and go get it, but it deflected a little bit behind him, and that little weight broke up the play. Navoa bumped off, and the ball goes out of play, and they're calling it off Malden. Classical's going to get a corner kick from the near side. They try to kick it out. They kicked it in front, but then Malden cleared it away. They got a break. Blocked by Navoa, goes way up in the air and goes out of play. Molina Olana takes it away and got bumped off the play. They let that one go a little bit. Broken up. They knock it deep, looking for Navoa. And they're going to let it go. It's going to go out of play. Still no score, back and forth. Classical had a couple of near misses. Malden really hasn't tested Cortez. They had it for a long time in the Classical end, but just passing it around, not really getting a shot off. Amaya tips it away. Hustling, they take it away. Nice rush. Deflected, Classical breaks it up. Hamza Halisi. Halisi was the one that had that rush. Goes out off Malden and off Halisi. DeLeon with the throw-in. Skips past Malara. We're down to the final 2 minutes. And counting. You get the idea that one goal could be huge in this game. Knocked away by Zelaya. Navoa looking to get there. Keeps it in. Takes it to the middle. Looking for Amaya, breaking down the middle. And the pass went just high and over his head and goes out of play. Closing moments of this first half. We mentioned Malden trying to get a sweep. Malden girls won the game prior to this against English. Glasgow trying to get a split for the Lynn teams and trying to make it 2 out of 3 here at Manning Field for the Lynn teams. And St. Mary's girls won the first one. Molina Orlana got around, and then he got crunched and knocked down, and Glasgow's going to get a free kick from just outside the 20-yard line. So another scoring opportunity. Good move, good ball movement. Kevin Molina Orlana. I think they're going to move that picket fence back a little bit. They have to go just about back to the 10-yard line. Got a lot of pushing and shoving and jousting. Leaning on everybody. Shot right into a maze of bodies. Cleared away. Zelaya heads it away. Hamaya to Malara. Malden coming back. They'll blow the whistle and that'll do it. So we started the game dead even. We finished the first half dead even. It's Glasgow nothing, Malden nothing at halftime. Welcome back. As we start the second half, we've dwindled it down to the last 40 minutes to see if somebody can win this one. 0-0. Two good soccer teams. Plenty of action, back and forth. Not a lot of quality offensive plays, but a few. Malden picked it off. Looked like they might be going to walk in. Looking to get the shot off. Can't. Now they get shot off. They knocked it wide right. Fans have dwindled a little bit, but there's still a little bit of a crowd for this one. Glasgow girls are still trying to make the tournament. They've got some problems. They got some people hurt. I don't know if they told me they lost or they're losing. They need 3 points in 3 games. Robles kept it alive. De Leon sends it ahead. Malden knocked it out. They knock it all the way back to Teakin, the goaltender. He line drives it upfield. Popped up. Alabashi going up to get it. Slipped and fell. Gomez was battling. Malden took it away. They tip it up to the near side. And Glasgow's going to kick it up in the seats. And Malden knocks it out. Korea just pushed it forward and just knocked it out of bounds. Glasgow knocks it deep. Gomez fanned on it. to the near side, bounced off Malden. Gomez gets around one and then has it knocked out. Walter Martinez Lopez knocked it out. Alabashi will take the throw in. And it gets knocked out again. Again, this time by Mohammed Belstretch. Bodies go down. They're calling it off Malden. Glasgow's going to get a corner kick, I think. Molina Orlano will take it. Out in front, they got a foot on it. It was up around waist high when they got their foot on it, and they just punched it wide left and out of play. And Teakin will kick it away. Malden, they knock it back. They took a chance. Navoa was going back as well. They almost gave one away. Malden knocks it deep and then marks it high in the air and knocks it out. They hustle to keep it in. Then they try to pop it up in front of the net. They get it up, but they get it out behind the net. Pena will kick it away. They knock it deep down the near side. Navoa, again, he knocked it down but couldn't get complete control of it, and that broke up the play. They almost sent him in alone. That was a great pass. But he tried to knock it down, and it went off his foot, deflected away. If that pass was a half a foot or a foot further upfield out in front of him, he would have had a great chance to walk in alone. They just fouled it up. Correa was going to throw it in. As he reached up to get it over his head, he lost it. And then he stepped forward and got it back, and they said, can't do that. I don't know how many rules you need for throwing the ball in. They get it to Navoa. They blocked it. Navoa pushes it ahead. Teakin will come way out of the net, way out to the near side, and he'll kick it away. Knocked out by Correa. Molina Orlana with the throw in. Gomez keeping it alive. And he lost it out of play. Didn't have a lot of room. Was right on the end line. Malden will make substitutions. Navoa almost took it away. If he pushes that out in front, he's all alone by the telephone. Downfield, they let it go through. One of the few times Cortez has touched the ball. Gets it up to Alabasi, knocking it deep, looking for Novoa. Gomez to the middle. Orlando did a nice job of controlling it. Back to Pena. A little bit behind. Robles was looking to go to the net and the passes behind him. He couldn't control it. Gomez lost it, overran it. And Malden comes back the other way. Alabasi stepped in front like he was going to break it up and just swung and missed. And it went off Malden. Malden is saying, how can it be their ball, but Alabasi didn't touch it? Picked off. Robles by himself. As he got by one, the next defender knocked it out, and then they tripped and knocked Robles down. And the young man from Malden's going to get a talking to. They didn't give him a yellow card, but I think they let him know that you're going to be in trouble if you do it anything else again. Now they're saying they didn't call the takedown. They called it out of play. They gave him a reprimand for knocking Robles down, but then they didn't give Classical a free kick. They squeeze it through, and he winds up with it. Great job by Molina Orellana. They finally take it away from him. Malden bring it down the other way. Alabasi knocks it by everybody that's going to go out of play. 10 minutes into a scoreless ball game here in the second half. Substitution for Malden. They really haven't come close, haven't really tested Cortez. Deacon had to make one or two. Headed away by Zelaya. And there's Zelaya again, knocking away a little bit out in front. Gomez couldn't collect. Popped away by De Leon. Malden coming back. Pena knocked it away. De Leon kept it in play. They get it to Molina Orellana. Shift. And they're going to call Malden for taking Molina Orellana down. Kick will come from just inside midfield. Pena will take the kick. No, Novoa got a hand on it, and it gets knocked in. Novoa kept it alive. He knocked it up. And I think it was Robles who knocked it in. I almost gave Robles credit, but the ball was already in the net. Novoa tipped it with his head, got by, nudged it to the net. Robles just made sure it went in. Novoa's going to get credit for the goal. Robles was right there, and he made sure it went in because he knocked it further in. I mentioned before that Novoa is the leading scorer for Classical. And he does it again. He was close a couple of times. And that time he got loose, went up, headed away from the defender. It bounced, and he just knocked it past Tikin. And Robles was there as well. That's why I thought maybe he knocked it in. Classical player got crunched. And the Classical player is down. He got crunched. But Novoa went up, headed away from the defender, got a foot on it, tipped it by, and obviously it was already in when Robles banged it home. Novoa gets credit for the goal, and now Classical player's getting up. Boy, he took a hit and a half, and let's hope he's going to be okay. It's been a tough week for athletes. Doing the Salem Classical game, I watched two Salem players, one get carried out on a stretcher, the other one got ridden out in an ambulance on almost back-to-back plays, both quarterbacks. Tikin will kick it away, and the young man is walking under his own steam, so let's hope everything is going to be okay. I think it might be Robles. He's a tough kid. They're going to check him out. Headed away by Molina Orlana. I think it was Robles. Blocked by Malara. Broken up. A little behind the back pass. They get around. They take the shot. That's a real first good shot. And that was Jefferson Malachi, who just spun and ripped the shot off. Cortez got a good look at it and made the save. Malden will get the throw in. Oscar picks it off. Tipped away. Malden has to retreat to try to get something started. They knocked it back on their own end. And it winds up with Malden knocking it into the Malden bench area. Haskell kicks it to the near side. Gomez trying to get around. He goes down, no call. With a rush, back upfield. Trying to get to the middle, trying to get a shot off. They go back to the far side. The pass a little bit behind. Classical breaks it up and knocks it away. Now it's Classical coming back the other way. Molina Orlana. And a little lazy with the pass, and Malden knocks it out. Out off Malden into the Malden bench area. De Leon will take the throw in. They get in the middle, coming to the near side. Pass picked off. They go too far, trying to find Navoa. Headed away. Gomez looking for it. Malden winds up with it. Gomez, nice play, took it away. And he knocked it too deep, looking for Navoa. Goes out of play. We got soccer balls coming in from everywhere. Malden back at it. Into the middle. They dump it to the far side. They got to hustle to keep it in. And Glasgow hustles and knocks it out. Glasgow trying to knock it deep. It gets deflected. Navoa knocks it away. Navoa trying to get there. And they block him out. And they knock it out. Nice job by the defense not letting Navoa get anywhere near that ball. Navoa just pumps it straight up in the air. I believe it was Frederick Correa who made that defensive play against Navoa, not letting them get to the ball. Throw in, Malden will let it go out. Deacon will kick it away. Headed away by Glasgow, but headed the wrong way. Pop straight up in the air. Gomez looking for it. Gets bumped from behind. On the near side. Knocked out off Glasgow at the last second. They just knocked it off Alabasi. And Alabasi knocks it out again. Halfway through and counting this second half. Glasgow leading it 1-0. And now they throw it in and it bounces up and hits the Malden player and deflects it out. Well, off Luis Reyes Ventura. So we just passed the halfway mark of the second half. The goal by Gabriel Navoa, the difference. Glasgow 1, Malden 0. We got a timeout. They come out of the timeout. Malden trying to get an equalizer. Glasgow trying to get a little bit of breathing room, maybe score another one. Walking in, a couple of nice shifts. Pass complete. Malden still with the ball. Alabasi finally knocks it away. Nice job by Navoa to knock it further, and they knock it deep downfield with a foot race. Malden gets there first and knocks it away. Glasgow takes it away and knocks it out of play. Malden keeping it in. Classical deflects it. And then Classical knocks it high in the air to the near side. It's going to go out of play. So Malden keeping in the Classical end last minute or so. Trying to get something going. Nice little shift. They try to give it back. Throwing it out in front. Blocked. Cleared away nicely by Malara. He threw it out in front. It got blocked. It was laying there. Malden looking to get a foot on it and get a shot off maybe. And Malara just knocked it away. Nice job. Alamasi will take the throw in. And it goes out. Navoa is saying it went out off Malden, but the official says no, he gives it to Malden. Just getting a foot in there, knocking away. Ixlage. Blocked. Couldn't knock it deep. Headed away nicely by Pena. Upfield. Navoa tried to tip it by the defense and couldn't do it. And there's Zalea knocking it deep and out of play. Zalea, Pena, Alabasi, all playing very well on that back line. Alabasi gets it to Navoa. He knocks it cross field. They knock it upfield. And Teakin will come way out of the net, make the play, and knock it away. And I think they were calling Classical offside. They didn't get back after chasing the ball downfield. Knocked away by Zalea. Gomez battling. Comes out of the pack with it. They finally take it away. That was a nice play by Gomez. They dump it in the middle. Couldn't get the shot off. Nice job by Pena blocking the shot. Navoa looking for it. Bump from behind, gets it back. Couple of nice shifts, still with it, pushing it ahead. They finally take it away from him. Haskell breaks it up. And they carry it in the Malden end, broken up. They throw it deep. Navarro is loose. Big time save by Teakin. They got it to Navoa. He was out in front. He drilled it, and Teakin made a tremendous save. Big time save. He just got up and got a hand on it. Just got enough to tip it away. Haskell getting a corner kick. Haskell got a head on it, but deflected away from the net. Lead pass gets it back into Classical territory. And now they bang it out off Zalea. And now they'll call Zalea for contact, so it's a free kick. Headed away nicely by Pena. He's played very well on that back line. Shot. Wide right. Got a good hard shot off. Couldn't get it to the net. Good bid by Malden to try and tie it up. But those Pena and De Leon, Alabasi, along with Malara, have made some big-time plays, keeping Malden off the board. Kick is away. Navoa couldn't get a head on it. Now it gets knocked out. Malden couldn't save it. They take it away. Glasgow gets it back. Upfield. Too far for Navoa. Malden knocks it deep. They wind up completing the pass. Alabasi gets bumped and knocked down. And I think they're going to call it on Malachi. Glasgow knocked it out, but they're going to call Malachi for bumping and knocking down Alabasi, and Pena will kick it away. Malden keeping it in the Glasgow end right now, looking for an equalizer. Glasgow breaks it up. Ahead to Navoa. Looking for Robles breaking. Nice to see Robles back. They head it up. Glasgow has numbers. Robles gives it to Navoa. Trying to walk in. He got crunched. They didn't call it. He's not happy. Almost hit him with a body block and spun him around. He went airborne and went down. Substitution for Malden as they take the throw-in. Malden actually headed back to his midfield. They pop it up. Tipped. It went over the net. Malden was celebrating like it went in. Cortez got a piece, tipped it up over the net and out of play. Loose. Still loose. They blow the whistle. They're not giving it to him. It hit Malden on the hand before they knocked it home. They blew the whistle before they took the shot. They banged it home, but they're not going to get it. Pena will kick it away. They came that close. 10 minutes and counting in this one. 1-0 Glasgow. As they drill it deep, Navoa got a head on it. Malden knocks it back the other way. Knocked out. Popped up. Glasgow knocks it away. They knock it out of play. Popped up in the middle, off the head. Malden looking to get it. Bouncing ball, Glasgow clears it away. From long range, they knock it wide left. Shot coming from outside the 30-yard line. Got there in a hurry. Off the foot of Adrian Marquez dos Santos Santana. By the time he writes a check, the money won't be in his account with a name that long. I'm not sure what they're waiting for. The official is over talking. I think Malden coach Jeremiah Smith not happy about the goal being taken away. I think he was talking, and the officials over there, they were having a few words. I know it wasn't, do you want to go to Tony's afterwards and have a beer? Bouncing ball. Navarro's getting manhandled. They finally call it. They were banging and bumping, and he's going to be a sore young man tomorrow. Pena will kick it away. Molina Orlando tried to clear it. He gets it back after Navarro tipped it. De Leon skips past. Malden takes it away. Broken up by Zelaya. Malden coming back. It's been deep in the classical end for quite a while now. They actually knocked one home, but they canceled it because prior to the shot, they hit somebody in the hand. So classical escaped there. Malden right back at it. Shot went off the back of Zelaya. Trying to get a shot off. Classical breaks it up and knocks it away. Classical just in a defensive mode now, not trying to really get upfield. They're just trying to keep Malden off the board. Popped up. Malden just putting a lot of pressure on keeping it in the classical end. And now Malden knocks it out. Out off classical. And with just over 5 minutes left, coaches want to talk about it. 1-0 classical over Malden, 5:15 remaining. Timeout down the field. Wheels turning on both sides. Classical going to a little bit of a defensive mode, and they're hoping it doesn't hurt them. And it does. They threw it in. It bounced over the defender. And there was Malachi just whacking it in. All that pressure. Classical went into like a little bit of a defensive mode, just trying to keep Malden out of the net. And it cost them. I mentioned it's a big game. They're both trying to get 11 wins. It's also a big game because the winner of this wins the league. If they tie the league. But Classical all of a sudden went sitting back. They just let Navoa at midfield. Nobody else. And they were just trying to kick it out and kick it away from the net, keep Malden out, trying to win it 1-0. Navoa with a nice pick. That's a tough way to give up the goal. They threw it in. It took a big bounce over the defender, and Malachi was right there, and all he had to do was knock it into the open net. Navoa trying to keep it alive, gets knocked down. And they're calling Classical for contact. So Malden kept the pressure on, kept it in the end. Classical kind of helped them a little bit. And now they headed out. Alabasi knocked it out. It skipped past Navoa. Ixlash knocks it up. It deflects off Ixlash. Still looking for it. Classical knocking it deep. Malden has it. Popped up. Malachi with it. Pops it toward the net. It gets headed. Cortez comes out of the net, slides and grabs it, and holds on. Malachi chipped that to the net. They almost got a header on it. And Cortez drills it past midfield, headed back by Malden. And they're right back on the Classical end. Knocked away nicely by Classical, and that was Pena, I believe. Broken up by Classical. They chip it to the net. Malachi was there looking for it. And the Classical content to just knock it away. They've gone to just strictly playing defense here. We're in the final 2 minutes and counting. Headed away. Classical trying to knock it away. Malden keeps it in. Broken up, sliding away. Broken up again. Classical can't clear it. Cortez will slide out and grab it. We're going to Malden play it down. We're in the final 2 minutes and counting. 1-1. A tie would be a split for the league championship. Either team wins, they win it. All of a sudden, Classical has gone away from trying to win. They were just trying to keep Malden off the board. And they went into a defensive mode and just laid back, and the only person out near midfield was Navoa. And they were just trying to clear it away and get it out of their end. And now the player is up, jogging off, so he's going to be okay. He's favoring that left ankle. Now it looks like he's going to be okay. And we're thankful for that. We mentioned it's been a terrible week with people, 2 quarterbacks at Salem being carried to the hospital. They drill it deep. Navoa knocks it down. Gets it. Gives it to Gomez. Gomez pushed it too far ahead for Navoa. Time winding down in this one. Classical played it too close to the vest in the closing moments. Gomez gets around, gets broken up. Malachi takes it back. Classical knocks it deep. Tyken going to get it. Time winding down. Malden with it in the Classical end. Knocked it to the middle, headed up, and Classical knocks it away. Knocking it to the net and knocking it over the net and out of play. This will be a nice time to blow the whistle and say this one's over. Well, Classical didn't help themselves at the end. They were leading 1-0, and they just kind of went into a defensive shell and were concentrating on keeping Malden off the board. And it cost them because Malden got the equalizer on a fluke play. A throw-in from the far side. It bounced as Classical knocks it deep. It bounced over the defender. And when it bounced over the defender, Malachi was there to bang it into the open net. Classical again, just kicking it deep. They blow the whistle, and that's going to do it. So Classical can celebrate their new coach, Eric Moreno, in his first year. He's going to get a co-championship with Malden. Malden had to come from behind. Classical kind of helped them a little bit. It was Navoa getting loose, tipping it away from a defender, went and got it, and knocked it into the open net. Robles made sure it went in. After it was in, he knocked it further in. And that made it 1-0, right down to almost the very end. And so they finally went into that defensive shell, trying to keep Malden off the board. The throw-in came from the far side. It went high in the air. It bounced over the defender. And right in front of Cortez, Malachi had almost an open net, just banged it home and tied it. And Malden put them on edge at the end. The Classical fans were biting their fingernails because Malden kept putting the pressure on. Classical just kept trying to clear the zone, and they finally were able to clear it, get the ball out, and it winds up a 1-1 tie, and they'll tie for the league championship. Malden will go to 10-4-2. Classical will go to 10-2-6. And both teams will now get ready for the state tournament. So we started the game dead even. We finished the game dead even. Classical won, Malden won. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.